Hi, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing the Bookish Academy Awards tag. I was inspired to do this video because Prue's Project put up her version of this a couple of days ago, and I just thought, wow, it's such a great thing to do at this time of year. We only had the Oscars a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, why not turn it into a bookish version of that? So I'll link the original video down below. The original video was made by Kayla at Bookadoodles, so like I said, I'll leave that down below. But there are 12 questions here. I've missed out a couple that I didn't particularly feel that I wanted to answer, but there are 12 questions, so let's make a start. The first category is Best Actor or Best Male Protagonist, and for that one we're going to go with Mark Watney in The Martian by Andy Weir. This was such a great book. I'm not really one to read a lot of sci-fi, but I picked this up on the recommendation of my husband. And it was just fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Mark Watney is such a great character. He's funny, he's there's a lot of depth to his character, you know, he is intelligent, he's just such a great narrator to follow, and very much deserves the award of Best Male Protagonist. Next category is Best Actress or Best Female Protagonist, and for that one I'm going to go with Agnes in Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I've talked about this book quite a lot recently on my channel. Absolutely love this book. Agnes is such a great character. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking what happens to her. I felt so connected to her all the way through, even though at the beginning of the book you don't think you are going to be because of this crime that she's committed. She's just had such a horrible past and a string of bad luck, and you just feel for her so much. So yeah, I thought she was a great character. Next category is Best Cinematography or Best Plot Twist, and for this one I'm going to go with Disclaimer by Renee Knight. This is a thriller that I read last year. On the back it says, when an intriguing novel appears on Catherine's bedside table, she curls up and begins to read. But as she turns the pages, she's horrified to realise she is a key character, a main player. This story will reveal her darkest secret, a secret she thought no one else knew. I didn't see the plot twist coming in this at all, and when it came I was like, oh, you should have seen that. Although yeah, it was just out of the blue. This is a totally brilliant book. It's dark, it's, you know, about family life, and yeah, the fact that it's centred around a book that was written about you and you recognise yourself in the pages, that's pretty creepy. So this was great. Next category is Best Costume Design or Best Book Cover, and for this one I'm going to go with A Year of Marvellous Ways by Sarah Winman. I've read this kind of early on in 2016, sort of, I don't know, around April or May time, something like that. So yeah, and I just think the cover is stunning. I love the colours that are used on here. I love the picture that we've got in the background. It's just absolutely stunning, and the novel itself, fabulous. I've read both of Sarah Winman's books now, and I like both of them. And she's got a new one coming out, I think it's called The Tin Man. Can't wait to get my hands on that one. The next category is Best Supporting Actress or Actor or Best Male and Female Sidekicks. And for this one I'm going to go with The Court of Mr. Fury by Sarah J Maas. The side characters in here are just great. So you've got kind of like Reese's little kind of court, I suppose, who's with him in his court. So you've got Cassian, who's like the, you know, brutish, but he's not brutish, but yeah, you know, kind of like manly character he often has little skirmishes with and things like that. You've got Asriel, is it? Yeah, who's kind of like your brooding, moody, mysterious kind of guy who helps him. You've got Moore, who is one of the female sidekicks, and she's kind of a really strong female character. And then you've got Amren, who we're told that she's got an awful lot of power, but we don't really know where it comes from. We don't really know exactly what she's capable of. Yeah, and they're just a fantastic cast of sidekick characters. I can't wait to see how they're developed in the next book. The next category is Best Original Screenplay or Most Unique Plot or World, and for this one I'm going to go with The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I read this right at the end of 2016 and really loved it. I think it's got a really unique plot, hence the category, and also the world in here is so rich, it's so dreamlike, it's so well described, and yeah, this one was really, really good, so I'm going to give that award to that one. The next category is Best Adapted Screenplay or Best Book to Movie Adaptation, and I wanted to find a book that I'd read in this year and that I'd also seen the film of as well that I really liked. And for that one, I'm going to go with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. Yeah, I read this after I saw the film. Naughty, I don't really like doing that, but anyway, I did. It's only a short little thing. It's just kind of almost like a little encyclopedia of all of the different creatures in the world. So yeah, and I went to see the movie of this. I've done a full review of it on my blog, so if you want to check that out, I'll link that down below. But it was just great. It was great to get back into the wizarding world, to see it from a different perspective, to meet some new characters. I just loved it. It was brilliant. The next category is Best Director or a writer you've discovered for the first time, and for that one I'm going to go with Rita Sepetys. So I read all 3 of her novels last year and absolutely loved all of them. I started with Salt to the Sea, and then I read her first one, Between Shades of Grey, and then lastly, right on the knockings of New Year, I read Out of the Easy. She's just such a great writer. You know, historical fiction, these 2 are based around war, this one kind of set in America in New Orleans, so a little bit different, but just fabulous, full of great characters, great plot. I just love her writing, and I saw on Twitter the other day that she's writing something new, and also that this is coming out as a film. It's called something else though, I can't remember the title off the top of my head. I don't know, why do they do that? Why do they change film titles? That really irritates me. But yeah, so anything that she writes, I will pick up. The next category is Best Visual Effects or Best Action in a Book, and for that one I'm going to go with Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This was fabulous. The action in this, edgy you see, you know, don't want to put it down. It was just, you want to find out how the main character's getting on in the game. Can't remember his name now, terrible. But yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. Definitely one I'd recommend. Can't wait for the movie to come out. I've said that in a previous video of mine. So that's that one. Category number 10 is Best Short Film, Best Novella or Short Book. For this one I'm going to go with Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Again, this is coming out as a film this year. Just a fantastic book about a boy who is born with a facial disfigurement, and about his first year going to school. He's been homeschooled up until this point, and about his experience of going to school for the first time. It's not particularly short, but then it's, you know, it's 300 pages, but you know, the font's really big, and it's a YA or middle grade novel, one of those 2. So I thought it'd be good to fit into that category, and I couldn't not mention it. It's a really, really good read. The next category is Best Documentary, so Best Historical Fiction or Non-Fiction Book, and for that one I'm going to go with In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. I've talked about this again on my channel. Really good non-fiction book about this girl, Yeonmi's escape from North Korea. So she talks about her childhood in North Korea, what it was like growing up there, and that was just a great insight into a country that we really don't know a lot about at all, for obvious reasons. And then her escape into China and kind of what happened to her and her mother, and it was, yeah, it's just a fabulous book. And the last category is Best Picture or your favourite book of the year, and for this one I'm going to go with Between Shades of Grey by Rita Sepetys. I put this in my top 3 books of 2016 in my introductory video. This is one of those 3, and I kind of ummed and ahed about what to put as my favourite books. It's quite hard choosing your favourite book, but I thought as I put Rita Sepetys as you know, a newly discovered great writer of the year, I thought I'd choose one of hers. So Between Shades of Grey, this is about a family who are torn from their home in Lithuania and made to travel to Siberia and work in forced labour camps, and they're separated from their father, and yeah, it's just about how brutal life was, about you know, their interactions with the enemy, and about, you know, how they survived, and it's just heartbreaking. It really is. It's so well written. Yeah, really, really good. So there you go guys, they were all of my Bookish Academy Awards. What would you pick for some of these categories? I'd love to see your answers to the questions. Please leave me some comments down below. Thanks very much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.